Oh, hey there. I'm Half Metal Fox, and I've been talking about Vigor since Vigor has been alive. And despite the rocky past that I've had with this game, I gotta talk about Season 20 because Season 20 includes something that I very heavily complained about back in the day, and that's the weapon overhaul. Also, if I sound a little sick right now, that's my bad. I just got back from TwitchCon. I got the flu, and it hasn't been great. Sorry this video is a little bit late. But other than the weapon overhaul, Season 20 also has a lot of different things that have been changed or tweaked, and in my opinion, some of them aren't that great, but that's the point of this video. Is we're going to talk about the details and the pros and the cons, and I'm going to break it down into nice little sections for you. We're going to talk about like the front page stuff first, but then I'm going to add in some things that they don't really tell you. Also, gotta say hi to all the PC players out there. Welcome to the Outlands. Let me know if you think I should drop a video playing the PC port. I mean, it's all the same really, but if you want me to play the PC port, let me know down below. But for now, let's chat about this new battle pass. And I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's just kind of all right. I mean, I don't exactly get what the theme is. It just kind of seems like a whole bunch of different stuff thrown into one pass, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's Season 20. They have definitely gone through a whole lot of different themes at this point, so I think it's just a good thing that it even exists. The battle pass does include that new scope pistol, like the tier or something, and I do think that's pretty cool. So it could be worth getting the pass just for that in itself, but I don't really think that the cosmetics are a big selling point. Next up, let's talk about the new map, and I just want to get my piece out about this. I'm glad we got a new map, right? The Vigor team has always done really well, and I've commended them for that, for like their maps, the atmosphere, that kind of touch to Vigor. But here's my issue with the new map. I feel like it's just kind of bland. It's a big, beautiful map, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really have that much of a draw point. And then also with how big it is, it's only a 10-person map, which, it should definitely be more players, but I haven't really had too much time to mess with this new map, so I don't want to give it too harsh of a critique just yet. But with that being said, I'm still going to say that this is a good thing because, I mean, new map. And now let's get into the bigger topic, the weapon overhaul. And well, it was indeed an overhaul. Now to help break this down simply, I'm just going to go through the weapon categories and talk about what I've seen so far. And real quick, stamina management is now a real thing, and that's just with like all weapons overall. Now I've never been too much of like a jump shotter, that kind of thing, but Vigor realized that they had a problem with that and they tightened the reins real hard on it. So unless you've got plenty of caffeine and adrenaline shots, you can expect a big change when it comes to stamina management. Now, let's talk about the weapon categories, and we're just gonna go top down, and we're starting with the rifles. They don't have reticles anymore. And I'd like to know who thought that that was a good idea. And to be clear, I can kind of see how it sounds good on paper, right? Because they're trying to get people to aim down the sights more and treat rifles more of the medium to long range weapon. But y'all definitely built some of these rifles to be shot in third person with reticles. I even tried to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. I ran a match with the M2 carbine just to find out it's completely unusable. Pretty quick here, but let me see this. Dear God. Oh, no! You guys said it was a good iron sight! You had me a good iron sight if I could see it through my thumb! Are you Oh, God damn it! Because not only do I not have a reticle, I can't even aim down the sights because my thumb's in the way, my hand, my glove, and that is a visual bug that y'all haven't fixed in like 4 years. Sometimes you fix it, sometimes it's back, why? And I think if anything, y'all should have just left the reticles for the non-scoped rifles, rather than just making a sweeping change that affected all of the rifles. Because I think the changes made are just gonna make people not use them, rather than use them for what you intended. I can go on and on about these rifles, but what do you guys think about the reticle situation? Because next up, the assault rifles. Overall, I feel like the assault rifles have like less glaring changes. What I noticed first was that they do feel a lot more controllable, but also that the fire rate seems to have dropped for most of them, if not all of them. Like you can't really spam the Boogle burst as quickly. The A1 fire rate seems to be quite a bit slower, but overall the changes aren't bad, which is good. And I mean, I'm still going through the assault rifles, so I might get back to it, but you know, what do y'all think? Now we're on to submachine guns. Kind of like the assault rifles, the submachine guns seem a lot more controllable, but unlike the assault rifles, the submachine guns don't seem like their fire rates were really affected. And also, in my opinion, I think submachine guns are going to be strong contenders for like the season gun MVP. I think whatever they did to the submachine guns was good, and really I don't have much more to say about them. It seems like they did good with the submachine guns. But this next weapon category has been very contentious, and that's the LMGs. And guess what? Nerfed hard. Seemingly gone are the days of the hopping LMGs, because not only is there like heavy stamina debuffs that come with carrying an LMG, but if you try to jump shot with them, you're going to see your reticle grow to like half the size of your screen. And finally, the Outlands has been dominated by Boogle Boys and LMG Larrys for far too long, and the changes made to the LMGs are very welcomed. All I really gotta say is great work there. Now let's talk about the shotguns. And shotguns have always had like a reputation in Vigor for being pretty nasty, and Season 20 is no different. The weapon overhaul seems to have given them more control, and I could be wrong about this, but less spread. And they also just kind of seem faster. Like the Remy and the Chiave are disgusting. Like I said earlier, I'm still going through all the damn weapons in Vigor, but the shotguns just got some love this time. Except for the IZH, of course, because the devs hate me. Pistol time. And the pistols are weird. So the best way I can explain it is, first, Lax the Barsmith be praised, the pistol fire rate cap is gone. Except for the Ravnica, which feels like absolute trash. The Luger, the PSS, the 1911, they're all crazy good, but the Magnums feel very jarring to fire. Like when you shoot the Magnums, I feel like the camera goes weird. I don't know how to explain it yet. And I haven't even been able to put any time into the new pistol, the tier, but overall the pistols seem like they either got ruined or got way better. And I'll leave that up to you to decide. And that pretty much concludes like my current thoughts about the weapon overhaul, and I'm not gonna bother talking about the melee weapons, but I did hear that the crossbow is a lot better to use. Also, it's really cool that you can throw the decoys now. I'm not sure what they changed about the booby traps, but why do I have to hold X for everything? Why? This kind of goes with the whole taking the reticles away from the rifles thing, just why? I can understand that you want to bring Vigor back to like the slower paced fights and that kind of thing, but 6 years later, and now you're going to make everybody hold X to open everything. I just feel like it disrupts the flow of things, especially mid gunfight. Weird change, do not like. And oh yeah, why did you feel the need to change the ammo? Why is everything the same rarity? What was the actual point to that? Was it just to get people to spend more materials? Because nobody asked for that. I've never heard somebody complain about how the ammo is set up, because it's just ammo. Weird change, very random. And again, maybe just find like a middle ground rather than change everything. With all this being said, I think there are indeed more pros than cons added into Vigor with Season 20. But I feel like the cons just end up standing out more. People getting used to the weapon overhauls, which is all subjective, as well as getting used to the new stamina system, as well as getting used to things like the rifles having no reticles or not being able to use them due to visual glitches, also having to hold X on everything you previously didn't. And as small as these things may seem on paper, they very much stand out to the players. Overall though, I think that with everything Season 20 added, it ends up being like a weird win. But if they take some of these changes that they made and just reel them back a bit, people would be much happier. Like, give the non-scoped rifles back their reticles, just do it, I don't care. Revert the changes of making people hold X to open doors and that kind of stuff. It was just an unneeded change and nobody asked for it. Reel back some of the stamina punishment, some of it. Not much, but just enough to where people don't feel like they have to bring in caffeine or adrenaline just to have like a sniper fight. Because running around and stuff wasn't too bad, but I love a good sniper fight, and when I had a sniper fight, it felt like my stamina was fighting me more than the other player. If you did those things, I feel like it would elevate my score of Vigor Season 20 from a 7 to an 8. But what do y'all think? Let me know below if you think I'm being dumb or if you actually agree with any of the things that I'm saying. But until then, I'm sick and I've been recording this video for far too long, so please, hey, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 10K by the end of the year and I need your help. Help me. Foxy out.